All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're breaking down a pretty significant speech from Cambodian Senator Hun Sen. And trust me, it's a big deal because it lays out a whole new game plan for the country's national defense and, how it deals with its neighbors. And this quote, wow, it really says it all, doesn't it? It just perfectly captures the whole vibe of the speech. It's defiant, it's resolute, and it tells you everything you need to know about this major shift in Cambodian foreign policy. So you gotta ask, right? Where is all this coming from? Well, the first big piece of the puzzle has to do with a really old and, let's be honest, pretty tricky issue, the border with Thailand. It looks like a line has been drawn in the sand, both on the map and in their policy. Okay, so here's the breakdown of the dispute. On one side, you have Cambodia's stance, which, according to the speech, is basically, hey, we never asked for this border to be opened. They're pointing the finger at Thailand, saying they closed it all on their own, and the message couldn't be clearer. We are not going to ask for it to be opened. Not now, not ever, even if it stays shut for, and this is a direct reference, 100 years. And just in case there was any confusion, the speech doubles down with this statement. I strongly oppose any proposal requesting an open border. I mean, that's about as blunt as it gets. It's a total shutdown of any kind of negotiation. The bottom line here is, from Cambodia's point of view, this topic is closed for discussion, period. So that makes you wonder, doesn't it? How can a country afford to take such a hard line? What's the backup plan that makes this kind of bold foreign policy even possible? Well, the answer isn't actually about foreign policy at all. It's all about what's happening back home. And that big shift is all about one thing, self-reliance. See, this speech wasn't just about drawing lines with neighbors. It was also a big reveal of this huge plan for Cambodia to build its own defense industry, literally from scratch. So let's dig into what that actually looks like. It's a really ambitious plan, and they've laid it out in 3 clear steps. Step 1, start making their own defense systems right there in Cambodia. Step 2, get the entire army kitted out with this new gear. This is huge because it means they won't have to rely on other countries for military tech anymore. And then, step 3, the long game, actually start selling and exporting this stuff to other countries. Okay, but a plan this big, you can't just do it in a vacuum, right? You need to get the whole country on board. So the last part of the speech kind of shifts gears. It moves away from the nuts and bolts of military production and becomes a message for the Cambodian people, framing this whole thing as a massive national project. So what's the big why behind all of this? The hardline stance, the new defense industry? Well, it's all being presented with one main goal: to make sure the government has what it takes to protect its own people. That's the core message being put forward. And then comes the big call to action. The speech basically says, hey, national defense isn't just for the army. The message is that it's a job for everyone, a task that all citizens should get involved in together. It's being framed as this shared civic duty. Now, we have to add a really important note here from the source material we're looking at. The text itself actually describes this as a false appeal for national unity. We're just laying that out for you, exactly as the source frames it, so you have the complete picture. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and tie all these threads together. You've got the tough talk on the border, you've got this big plan for a homegrown defense industry, and then you have this call for everyone to rally together. When you put it all on the table, a really clear strategy starts to take shape. So, in a nutshell, it's a message with 3 main parts. First, an absolutely unbending position on the Thai border. Second, a major pivot to building up their own military might. And third, a big push for national unity to get everyone behind the government. You can see how each piece really supports the other 2. And that leaves us with a really big question to think about. When a country decides to go all in on self-reliance and starts drawing these hard lines with its neighbors, what happens next? Does that lead to more security and strength, or does it end up creating more distance, more isolation? It's a massive question, and honestly, it's something countries all over the world are trying to figure out right now.